Hello everyone. So I lied to you in the first video. I know I said that I was going to talk about, hi Hank, I know I said I was going to talk about sleep studies. However, because today I am doing a 24-hour urinalysis test for kidney stone production, I thought I would talk about that first since I have everything here at home. It makes it a lot easier. I know, boy, good boy. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, The first thing we're going to talk about is what comes in the kit when it comes to you, and this is different for every company that you might use. So, my company, LithoLink, they sent me this big cardboard box, not this one, but a big box, and in it was everything you see here. So it comes with your big huge jar. It comes with the tube that you put a sample of your urine in. It comes with the tube of a preservative, one biohazard bag, so that's this here, and this green top is what you put your sample in. It also comes with some important reminders. And this packet that I already showed you, this has all of the step-by-step instructions. And then this is your collection data form. And then it has their privacy practices and some safety information. So, first what I'll do is I'll give you a few tips, particularly for the ladies. As you see here, it comes with a jar, which is easy for the boys to pee in. However, it also comes with a hat for the ladies to pee in, and then you can dump it into the jar. First tip I would give you is to clean the toilet. Because you don't want any kind of fecal matter to mess with your sample. In addition, I'm lucky enough to have 2 bathrooms in the house, so I just have my husband use the other bathroom, and then I can just keep my hat in it all day and pour as I go along. And another tip, I'm sure your doctor will tell you, I'm sure the instructions tell you, but if you're the kind of person that goes pee and poop at the same time, make sure you don't get any poop in the sample. So as far as the instructions, what you're going to want to do is find a day where you're going to be at home all day long. This is particularly difficult with the 48-hour test, so they give you 24 hours. So you have to be at home all day, or you would be lucky enough to take all this with you. So if you have enough sick time, you want to do it during the week, that's great. Otherwise, I did my 2 24-hour back-to-back on a weekend. So the first thing you're going to do is the first moment you wake up in the morning, your first pee, you're going to flush it, and that's going to be your start time. Another tip I would give you, wake up on, so today's Sunday, wake up on a Sunday morning right around the same time that you would wake up on Monday morning. If that's really early, then I'm sorry. However, they need a 23 to 25 hour window. So if you like to sleep in till 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, but you get up at 5 a.m. on Monday, that's not going to work. So you write your collection time down on the collection data form. And the first urine of the day, you don't use it. However, on the second one, you're going to start collecting, and you're going to put the preservative, mine's already upstairs in the jar, so you're going to put the preservative in the jar, and then put the preservative bottle and the cap in there with it. Now, some urine tests don't have a preservative, so make sure that you check with the lab and you check with the doctor to see what the requirements are. Because another 24-hour urinalysis that I've done, you actually have to keep the jug in the fridge because there's no preservative. So as you collect throughout the day, just make sure that you collect every little bit, and then at the end of the day, you're going to keep track of the volume, which is written on the side and the front of the jar. And you're going to write everything down on your collection form. It then tells you that you're going to shake the jug. That way, everything that you do during the day fluctuates. So as you shake it, you're actually mixing everything in so they get a good idea of what you did for the day. Luckily, you don't have to send the whole jar in, and you shouldn't. So you're actually going to pour a sample of it into that little green top bottle that I showed you. Twist it tightly. Throw the jar away, and then if you're doing a second collection, then you repeat the process. The day that you do your collection, I recommend that you call whomever they have for the shipping. So for this one, they have me shipping to FedEx. I don't have the shipping label with me right now. But they have me shipping to FedEx, so you would call FedEx and you would set up a pickup for the next day. So that's the other important thing, is make sure that whoever you're shipping it out with does a pickup the next day, or that you have time to drop it off, because it's important that you send it in as soon as possible. So once you're finished, you're going to go ahead and put that green topped jar, that green top bottle, into the specimen bag, and you're going to put it in the box with your collection form and then mail it off. This particular company takes about a week or two to do their analysis, and your doctor will tell you how much of a follow-up you need after that. So what this measures is your fluid intake. It measures different nutrients in your body and your propensity for creating kidney stones. My personal journey started when I was pregnant. I was about 7 months along, and I had kidney stone pain. I didn't know that's what it was. And when I went to the hospital, they found a very large kidney stone. Turns out it's very easy to produce kidney stones while you're pregnant, and I just keep producing them from 7 months on. While I was pregnant, I had 2 cystoscopies, which I can do a separate video about later, in which they actually inserted a tube into my ureter so that urine could still flow through and the kidney stone wouldn't block it, because they couldn't take it out while I was pregnant. After I gave birth, I then had a lithotripsy. I can do a separate video about that, to blast the stones and get them out of my system. Now that they're out of my system, however, I still have a very high propensity for creating kidney stones, so that's why I'm doing these tests, just to see if I need to make changes in my diet or if I need to continue my medication to keep them from coming back. I'll give you 2 disclaimers. First of all, if you have any questions about anything I've talked about, ask your doctor. If you don't like what the doctor said or you still don't understand, ask for a second opinion. Second thing, yes, I'm in the Air Force. However, anything that I've said now or in any of my other videos is not the views of the government, and I do not represent them when I'm talking in these videos. So my next video that I'll be talking about, because I also have the test kit here with me today, is a cortisol test. So this is the saliva test, and I'll go over the instructions and different tips and tricks for you then. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.